Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. Prediction is on the money. And why? I said Everton 2, Chelsea 0. Why? I'm raging at one thing. There were still some people yesterday, after I done that preview in the way that I did it, in the manner that I did it, that actually still came on, wrote in the comments, took the time out of their day to write in the comments, you got to stop being negative. Please be positive. You're being toxic. This is toxic negativity. We have to wait. It's going to be okay. You keep saying that. Let me know when the bus arrives. Yeah? I guarantee I'll come back in 70 years' time and I'll find your bones next to the bus stop without a bus arriving. You keep doing that. You keep wasting time. I ain't wasting time. Your people are still actually waiting for something to happen with this. You guys are blind if that's what you're actually thinking now. If you can't see it now, yeah? I'm talking now. Before, everyone was, for a decent amount of time, waiting to see what's going to happen. How is it going to work? We got to give it a little bit of games. It's the start of the season. And we're in December. We've regressed so hard. We're 12th. We play one game a week. We've had our first big patch of games frequently, and we've lost 2 out of those 3, got killed by Man United, and then they got destroyed by Bournemouth, and then we've been dispatched off very easily and efficiently against Everton today. And we find ourselves in an absolute mess. Of course. And there's still people that don't want to wake up to this situation. This club is in the gutter. It's in the mud. It's in the mud on every single level. And you can see it's obvious and it's clear as day. There is no accountability at this football club whatsoever from the top. Chelsea are actually sticking videos out of training during the week, and you see everyone, you see a few of the lads, yeah. You know, when you actually look at the drills and you actually look at some of the things, when they're doing the keep the ball drill, when they're trying to pass in a circle with 2 defenders in the middle, we can't even generate more than 6 passes. You look at it and it's actually slow. Go and look at the other teams and the way they're doing it. It's quicker over there. You see Poch and Mudryk, we're all hugs and we're hugging each other in training, and we're lovey-dovey, and look, the camera's over there, smile. And people buy into that crap. Yeah, I'm going to call it what it is now. Because what matters the most is that this team's actually going to come and show something. Show something. Today, there was nothing, even on the managerial level here. I'm talking tactically as well. Nothing. There was nothing. The first half was flat, and the second half was death. Death. Pure death, yeah? Might as well had 11 Grim Reapers show up and let them kick the ball out. Simple as that. Death. But people don't want to understand what's happened at this football club. Wake up! Because the longer that people accept this is what I said yesterday, we have to understand there is a reality that we're in at the moment. Yes, we are in this ridiculous position and we are in the mud and we have been put... I can't even say in the trenches. We need to find the next level down. What goes below trenches? Graves? We're in the graves, yeah? We're dead and buried. We understand that. That is the reality. But don't just sit back and go, is what it is. Is what it is. You know what got me fuming in today's game? Fuming is when they scored the second, before they scored the second goal, just before they scored the second goal. And you see Decore, and he's getting stuck in, right? He's an attacker. He's getting stuck in defensively, manages to get the ball out. He gets up, he's looking at his teammates, and they're all pumped up, and they go, yeah, come on, fucking yes. They go for it, right? They're going mental, chest pumps, all sorts. Everyone's like, come on. And then you look at us. Bunch of boys, not even boys, I'm going to call you girls. You're a bunch of girls. Don't no disrespect to the girls. Actually, I'm going to take that back. The women's team have more balls than you. Sam Kerr and them lot have more balls than this men's team that we got. Big up to the women's team. I don't actually know the result of today. I know they were losing 3-1 at one point against Arsenal. But again, they've had enough success and they continue to do so. And fair play to them. Absolutely fair play to them. Right? I'm actually going to... Did they lose or did they not? I'm actually going to try and get this up. Okay, they lost 4-1. So they're not bad day at the office for them as well. But even them, even like that, they have more than you. I see Everton acting that way. And then at full time, people like Nicholas Jackson wants to go and start punch-ups. You idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You should be ashamed. You should be trying to find the closest hole to put yourself in and hide from everyone. Hide from the shame. Hide. You want to try and show you're the big man after the game. Oh, I'm going to punch up. You're an idiot. What are you saying? What are you saying? Come say that to my face, brother. Come say that to my face. Didn't show any of that when you were on the pitch, though, did you? In fact, you were dropped. But not just him. I'm talking as a whole. I'm talking about everybody here. They want to show the big one after the game and show, no, we'll have a punch-up. But when it comes to actually getting the business done, you guys are a bunch of wimps. Bunch of babies. But at the end of the day, you know what? That is what we bought. We bought a bunch of babies. We bought players in nappies. We bought kids. We bought kids. So this ownership, this recruitment, this team that we've got that have managed to absolutely send this football club so far down south, you'd think we're about to hit hell any moment. They're the ones that attention needs to be turned to. They are the ones. Because they're the ones with the power to turn it around. And if they choose not to turn it around after seeing this, then they know absolutely nothing, even on a business level. And I deem them as businessmen. I deem them as people that have come to this club to try and find profit, to try and work it as a business. Buying a football club, if you're a rich billionaire, is actually one of the best things you can do. It's an asset that generates income by itself if you just know how to steer the ship. It does, because you get TV money that comes flooding in. You get merchandise money that comes flooding in. You've not got to do a thing. It's already in place. TV money, merchandise, commercial activity, sponsorships, all sorts of publicity, all sorts of events. You can get money from any direction you want. It's a piece of cake to get money in football at that level. A club like Chelsea Football Club, everything's in place already. So if you are a billionaire, buying a top football club is one of the best investments you can make, yeah? Without question. But my concern is that they've come in purely on that incentive. They've come in on a strategy hoping that that's just going to get them across the line for the 10 years that they are obligated to own this club. And by the time they get to 10 years, they will have generated enough profit for them to be able to put the club up for sale and walk away, having damaged every single little thing that was there. That's my concern. My concern is that these clowns upstairs don't actually wake up. They don't wake up. They see this and they think, it's all going to be all right, man. It's going to be all right. All we got to do is chill. It's going to be fine, man. Hey, relax. Here's a Zuby. For those that don't know, in American English, Zuby. One of those ones, yeah? Herbal essences, I like to call them. So it's up to them to be able to fix this. Now, we're in the mud until January at the minimum. But I've got a weird inkling because there's no accountability being set. There's no discipline at this football club. There's no standards. There's nothing, even on a footballing level. Even between manager and players, there's nothing. Clearly, there's nothing being executed here. There's absolutely nothing. People want to sit back and go, no, it's going to be okay. People actually still decide to talk about games on a level of, oh no, but if we move this player to this sort of position and we actually tried to, invert a little bit, maybe it could make slight a bit of a difference because then that avenue would be available and that player can run into there and then that player can combine with, you don't know what you're on about, mate. Maybe you know what you're on about on a footballing tactical level, but that doesn't apply for Chelsea Football Club. Go and use that at Man City. Go and use that at Everton even. Yeah? Where there's clubs that have that sort of understanding and they've got a structure that is working for them and they can have the time to think about tactics and certain minute details. We are way far past that. We don't even need to entertain that. You could bring Sir Alex Ferguson at his prime, right, with the best tactics in the world, alongside Pep Guardiola and prime Jose, to walk into this and come up with a solution together, and we would still bottle it. Why? Because the recruitment was completely wrong, and the way that the club has been run since these owners have walked in has been an absolute catastrophe. End of story. So we've got to start calling it out for what it is. They're the ones with the power. They're the ones that have made this mess. They're the ones that have to fix it. You've made your bed. You're the ones that have to lie in it. You are the ones that have to come up with a solution now. But the solution is pretty obvious when you want to think about it. You are the ones that need to turn to everyone working at Chelsea Football Club, right? Get them into one big conference hall. Every single employer at Chelsea Football Club. Everyone, even the canteen staff. Everyone into a conference hall, yeah? Get everyone, or you know what? You can use under the bridge at Stamford Bridge. There should be enough space down there, you know, under the bridge. Frankie's, there's that bar over there. You guys are there, you should know. Unless if you genuinely have not cared that much to even bother looking, which I wouldn't be surprised, but it is there. You've got room. Go and get every single employee at Chelsea Football Club, every player, member of staff, medical, physio, canteen, groundsman, whatever, IT, everybody, right, into one room, and it's your job to tell them from today, everything changes. I'm asking for more from every single one of you, and if we don't get it, there are going to be consequences. It has to be like that now. You have to be ruthless. Get everyone on their toes, and then at that point, that gets passed down, because now all of those people that are at that level now need to pass that ruthlessness down to the people below them, including the manager to the players. Maybe that will light a spark up of their backsides. Maybe, but not just them. Everybody at the club needs to hold a standard that we are trying to be the best here, and this is absolutely detrimentally unacceptable. Unacceptable. And we are setting ourselves up for years of failure if we continue like this. This is what people don't want to wake up to. You don't do something about this now, you are going to regret it. You are going to regret it. We are going to regret it if you don't understand where this is heading. So they're the ones with the power. My concern is that they're actually not going to do anything. If it was up to me, there would be a strategy in place to now turn this around. In January, we need to identify 2 or 3 players of pedigree, even if it means having to start breaking the wage structure again. We have to. We're in that position. If it means having to think about having to sell some certain players in order to fund that, we have to. We've put ourselves in that position. But we need to be able to get 2 or 3 players that can come in and be the new spine, that can come in and provide some experience and some pedigree, that can provide solutions for us now and set a standard, set a bar for these young players to look up to. And then at that point, start analysing which young players are actually good enough to stay at Chelsea Football Club and which ones need to be binned. Because they're the ones that have been put on 8-year contracts. Do you think that a lot of these players that are young, inexperienced, not being set an example, have been handed 8-year contracts, right, which we're now starting to see the repercussions of? You think they're going to show up for work, and no matter what happens, you think they're going to have that fire? They know that worse comes to worse, they're sorted for the next 7 years. It's all right. So that's where they're just going to find it acceptable. But if you set a level and you say, listen, your job's on the line, are they going to perform? Of course they're going to perform. Or they're going to push the same way that Everton were pushing in the last 15 minutes, much more than they were in the first 75. Because that's a team that knows what they're doing. That's Everton. They don't have to talk about Aston Villa and Newcastle and those guys, let alone City and Liverpool. Let them be. Let them be. Let them be. But people need to wake up, because I genuinely don't believe that these owners and the recruitment, by the way, can we actually just nail one thing, yeah? The recruitment staff, we hired them from Brighton, from the Red Bull Club, Salzburg, from Southampton. Do you expect these guys are going to be the ones to actually get you into the top 4 and fighting for Champions League position and fighting for trophies? Do you think? There's one key example when Roman came in. What did he do? First appointment, Peter Kenyon, Manchester United, sporting director. Thank you very much. The best in the business. The best in the game. Peter Kenyon. With all due respect, we got him Winstanley and Stewart. And now it's Everton. So the pressure needs to be applied. Because if we genuinely don't think that the strategy is going to change, it has to change. If they don't choose to change it, then oh my God, they've got a wrath coming their way. But that wrath needs to be loud. And it can only be set by the supporters. It can only be set by the fans at this point. This is ridiculous. This isn't really ridiculous. This isn't even ridiculous. Ridiculous is kind. I didn't think we would be actually saying that we would be worse than last season. This is worse. This is worse. I didn't think it was possible. It's unbelievable. For those people that actually want to sit down and go, no, it's all right. We're going to wait. It's going to be okay. Don't worry. It's a process. Let's trust this process, right? Let's trust this process. Not a problem. Let's try this. It's going to be fine. You're being too negative. You got to relax. You got to relax, mate. You got to relax. Listen, 12th in the league, same points with Wolves and Bournemouth in 14th. We're 3 points ahead of 15th, Crystal Palace. We're 5 points ahead of 16th, Nottingham Forest. And we're now 6 points ahead of Everton in 17th, and they've had a points deduction. So if they didn't have their points deduction, they would be on 23 points. They'd be in 10th. We'd be in 13th. That's okay, though. Don't need to be negative. Like I said yesterday, people that want to take that avenue, you're in denial. You're in denial. You're in denial, or you've got way too much negativity in your life, and you don't want any more, that you can't bear hearing any more truth, that you're just trying to blue pill yourself and just completely divert attention away and just pretend everything's okay. Thankfully, for me, away from football, I like my life. My life is in a very good position. I feel great. I feel great away from football, which is why I feel like I can actually come with this energy when I can see what I'm seeing in front of me and not be scared to say it without any repercussions. I've not got any repercussions, thank goodness. I'm not tied to anyone. I'm not tied to anything. I see what I say what I see. Simple as that. So it's obvious now. It's clear as day, as crystal. Please, wake up. The pressure needs to be put now on the club to change their strategy. Change it. And start prepping. Because January isn't going to be the overall solution. This is why I said the season's over. The season's dead. The season is over. It's finished. You got to start preparing for summer. If you're smart, you start preparing for summer. You would try and look at who to get in January to try and salvage the situation in terms of experience that we can count on to get us across the line. Some players that we can be confident that we can build around, right? Try and get them in Jan. But prepare for the summer. And that includes Pochettino. He's not an elite gaffer, and we knew this. We didn't think it'd be this bad. I didn't think it'd be this bad. Respectfully, I thought Poch would be talking about top 6. At worst, 8th, 7th. Not this. This is a joke. So he's completely underperformed, but to one extent, he's been set up to fail by this recruitment. He has, of course he has. But if we're smart and we're going to change strategy properly, we need to be looking about who we're going to be getting at the end of the season, because you're not going to get a top manager in January. It's not going to happen. So again, another reason why this season is a write-off. It's a write-off. It's over. Of course it's over. Wake up. But start looking to Jan. Go and get yourselves an elite gaffer. Not Jan, for summer. Go and get something nailed on. Go and get something ready. That way for summer, we're ready to start moving. But this is the position that we've been put in. This is what they've done to the club. This is where we are. Unfortunately, there are still some people accepting it. Just accepting it. Not realizing it. There's a difference between realizing and accepting. Realizing, everyone has to do. Accepting, hell no. I ain't accepting this. Like I said, if this was 1997, yeah, or 1998, and I find, well, not even 98. Let's go a bit further, right? Let's take it to 2000, 2001, 2002. We were talking about save the bridge. You remember? Where Chelsea genuinely had financial difficulty. We could only do what we could do. There was nothing else that the club could possibly do. Then of course, fair enough. We can't ask for more. This is what we have, right? We were on the brink of administration and all sorts. Of course. But when you've got every single tool and resource available to you and this happens, inexcusable. So don't accept. Get them to change. Get them to change their ways. And if they allow this to happen, There's going to be fire coming their way. Simple as that. I've got nothing else to say. Nothing else to say. We've got a bunch of babies playing. Pochettino now looks like he has no idea what he's doing. The recruitment clearly have had no idea what they've done since the get-go. And the owners upstairs think everything is okay. They've run it into the ground. Not having it. Not having it. Are you? Let me know. Thank you for watching, people. I'll see all of you in a bit. Take care and peace.